make your day richer than it was before. Got some good times knocking upon your front door.
I cannot. First of all, good morning, Jacqueline. How are you?
I'm good.
Are you ready? Are you like slowly getting into being okay with fall coming, or how do you feel about that?
I love the summer. I can tolerate the fall, but I do love the summer. So,
I know.
it's time to, go apple picking, I guess. Now, I haven't done that in a long time, but
Where do you live?
I'm in Brooklyn, New York.
Okay. Okay. So you are. I was somehow thinking like California, and you're like pretending you get all the seasons, but you do get all the seasons in Brooklyn. Yes.
Yep, absolutely.
So
Yeah.
yeah, you'll actually
Winter's not my favorite, but
no.
I guess I can go sledding in my backyard or something.
Sure. I mean, why not if you wanted to? You were saying before we started this that you were listening to music to like get ready. Can I I want to know like what music do you listen to?
Actually, it was my own music because I aligned music to my e-cookbook. There's 20 musical compositions that was recently aligned to it. So I was just listening to make sure that each song rolled into each other well and they sounded good together. And yeah, it was my music.
That
maybe,
okay, so
maybe
first
people would think that's egotistical. I don't know, but it was
no,
just that
no,
I.
you were also working, so it was part of your work. Because what I want everybody to know is like the three things that make me happy: music, food, and comedy. And you combine not well all three of those for your life. So in my head, you have just like the best, most magical life that I have ever been witness to. And I love that you just pull so much. There's so much creativity coming out of you that we could do a Make Your Day Richer episode for each one of these things because
Yeah,
they're all so important.
yes.
How do you feel when you get to create in so many different avenues?
It's each one it takes its own creativity. So whether it's the cooking side of it and really focusing, on that and working on different spices to make the food taste good. That's one avenue. And then when it comes to the music, I'm 110% in, to focus on that. So then it's like layering the tracks and making sure that each track sounds good with the other. So each instrument, is working with the other instrument. So I always have to make sure film scores that I do, R&B, funk, dance music, pop, all of them, they have to just mesh into the other, and it can't sound dissonant. It has to sound harmonic and melodic, and just getting those beautiful sounds. It takes work, and then the
Yeah.
comedy side is, the stories. I acted. I've been acting for a long time. I had acted in plays in high school, and in college I took some acting classes. So the comedy kind of, spurred out of that, and my skills just got better and better to be able to write comedy. So I write comedy stories, and I'm 110% focused on that when I'm in it, doing that. So
Yeah.
each one
Yeah.
each one takes its own route, and um, I love when I complete them, and I love the journey too. The process is so fascinating, and I know you're creative as well, and when you're in that moment and you're doing the thing you love or the things you love, this I don't know that there's anything like that out there.
Yeah. I don't think there is. I really don't. Like I've had it because it never then it's work. It's a lot of work, right? It's a lot to put out everything you've done, but it also feels so uh energizing and fun while you're doing it that when you're in the middle of it, like when you're actually doing it, it doesn't feel like work
Right,
to me.
exactly. I mean, it's work. It's just it's so enjoyable that you're
Yeah.
doing it. It's work, but and you're putting in efforts. But when you're working hard and you're enjoying it, it's just an incredible combination, of the experience, that you go through each time, and
Yeah, I
everything's
wish,
different.
yeah, and I
Like
hope
the
that everybody
challenges of
gets to,
doing it.
what's that?
I said sometimes the challenges of doing it, it's like amazing to find how, in a positive way that the challenges of doing some great thing, and then all of a sudden you find solutions, to things that you're doing. But it's all exciting challenges that come up, with these different avenues. Sorry to interrupt. Yeah.
No, 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 no. This is your show. You talk all as much as you want. We're out here for you. But I want to talk about also your like combination of all of your talents as well. And let's start with the e-cookbook and tell everybody about that and how did you fall in love with cooking? Was it your parents growing up? How did that happen?
Yeah. So, I mean, my mother used to cook, my grandmother cooked, and I have cooking in my family. I know my cousins cook. So maybe it's in my DNA, My aunt on my dad's side owned a cafe. But yeah, my mom's side, people cook. But I developed this from, myself, though, like, I've had like that around me where, I've seen one of my uncles, cook many years ago, and he wasn't doing it as a chef. He just once went a long time ago. So, do you know how to cook? And that was like my foray into that, where he mentioned, oh, you put the meat in the frying pan, and you put some vegetables on the side. But I didn't think that I was going to be a chef back then. And then I started to cook at home, experimenting with spices over many, many years, and different types of foods. And then I took cooking classes and later got my food handler certificate. And so I cook restaurant quality type food. And it was the experimentation over the many years of trying different spices together, working on cream sauces and sauces and different things, and just really knowing what to combine. And I have um, a good instinct, I guess, to know what spices go well with what, and what creams will taste good, with what types of things you're cooking, whether it be for vegetables or meats or chickens or fish. I kind of have this ability to sort that out.
Hmm. That is something I don't have. I'm the worst. I love to eat. I hate to cook. It causes me a lot of stress. But maybe I'll get
Oh,
your cookbook and then learn from that and actually like enjoy it, which is also what I think
yeah,
I would love, or what I
yeah,
do love about your book is that you have comedy, you have storytelling in it. It's not
yes.
just a cookbook. Why was that important to you to add that?
I think because I think it's like in the kitchen, people are experiencing dinner with this entertainment. And when people go to restaurants, for example, they love the ambience of that, and
Mhm.
the experience of having, sometimes people want food and a show. So this is like a show in a kitchen, and people are listening. I have music aligned to my ebook as well. I did 20 musical compositions, and they're all different types of music, and
Wow.
people can hear. I do voiceovers. I sing. I produce many different types of genres of music. And so I have world music in there. I have French, Italian, Greek, Spanish music in there. I have R&B, smooth jazz, funk, pop, dance music. I have like other things like dinner music in there. And then there's like ballads too. But yeah, all these things, they can get that experience, and there's sound effects, and it's like, it's like a show in the kitchen, and people can experience that, and then they can experience some comedy, but as well they can follow along in some of the songs. There's recipes to follow along with. So the comedy side of it, there's the comedy stories in the book. So they're like vignettes, they're like short plays, so people can read them. There's different characters I made up. So there's like dialogues going back and forth, with different characters that I created. yeah, and I do voiceover, so you can hear like in some of the music I did. There's some voiceover like characters. I mean, my own
Wow.
voiceovers. Yeah.
Where can people get that book?
Oh, it's on my website. So if they go to jacquine.com, it's Jacquine. I'll show you also. This is the book. It's called Adventures of a Comical Salesperson with International Recipes, and it's the funny thing is also it's about a salesperson. So it's about do's and don'ts of sales through a comical perspective. So this is like sales training too, and it's a combination of things. It does a lot, this book. There's also cooking tips in here. There's things to have on hand when you're wanting to cook. That's a photo in my movie trailer. I did a movie trailer, so I have that. This is turkey meatballs, lamb tortillas up here, cheese raviolis, and salad. And I have many more photos on my website. Not all of them are in the book, and not all the rest, the dishes are in the book, but there's many different recipes in there.
Did you take the photos too?
Yes, I did.
Oh
I
my
did.
gosh. How long did that take from like your concept of I think I want to do an ebook like this to okay, it's out there? How long did that take?
Yeah, I was in the corporate world for a long time, so my time was really very busy in that world, and I didn't have time to really do this until the weekend came. So it took me more than 3 years to get together. I
Wow.
self-published through a company, and yeah, it took me more than 3 years to just get everything together. I mean, the recipes didn't take 3 years, but it was just a combination of all these different things between the
All the
stories, right?
parts.
And I was like that person at 2 o'clock in the morning on the weekends, just typing away, my stories, and yeah, trying to
Yeah.
get them together.
When you're not cooking like that, what's your favorite like guilty pleasure snack food that when you're like, I don't want to cook tonight, I'm going to order in or go get something from the store.
Yeah, I love Thai food and Italian food and Mexican
Mm,
food. Those are like three of my favorites. I mean, I love many things, and Indian food too. Yeah, there's
yeah.
there's like my four go-to, but then of course I like other things, too. And sometimes I'm in the mood for certain foods, and yeah, but like you know, occasionally I'll get like Thai food or something, and really good places here as well. Yeah.
Yeah, I suppose in Brooklyn, yes. Yes. Um, oh, what are you working on now?
I'm working on, I have people that are looking to sell my book. So they have, basically joined up to sell my book. And also, I'm working on, a number of potential opportunity, potential opportunities. Sorry, I stuttered for a second. Potential opportunities to collaborate with, other people on music as well, and potentially a feature film also that I would be scoring. And
Oh,
what else? There's a number of things in the works.
good.
Yeah.
I hope you come back for all of them because I truly I just love that you are involved in so many things and that you are just expressing all of your different creativity outlets and love for things. It's very inspiring.
Thank you so much. Yeah, I look forward to it, and I love doing interviews, and it's a lot of fun for me. And you're a fantastic host, and really enjoyed talking with you about what I do. And I hope people will check out my website. Again, it's jacquine.com. So JACQINE.com. If they want to check out my other music, that's not in the ebook, but if they want to go to my YouTube channel, I have music on YouTube and Spotify. If they go to Jacquine, JACQINE, they'll be able to find some co-writes I did with famous musicians and the people I featured.
Yeah, her music list is gigantic. Like y'all need to go and go to her website, go on like you're so talented. I'm so in awe of you and I can't thank you enough for being on the show.
I appreciate this opportunity. Thank you so much as well, Richard. I really appreciate you too.
Thank you. Go get the book, go get the music, go get all the things. Okay? We'll be right back after this.
You know what would be better than watching this commercial? Watching your commercial. Join the party that is Make Your Day Richer TV by advertising your brand, business, or project during the show. Use us to promote what you're doing to make our viewers' day richer. 1 month of advertising starts at $200. Scan the QR code or visit makeyourdayricher.com/advertising to start promoting today.
Are you an independent creative looking to take your career to the next level? Whether you're an author, illustrator, or thinking about getting into this industry, it's time to step into the spotlight at the INKpreneur Summit 2024. This November 1st and 2nd in Winston-Salem, North Carolina, we're bringing together the best minds in the publishing industry for 2 days of unparalleled learning and intimate networking. From hands-on workshops with industry experts to interactive networking mixers, you'll get the tools, connections, and insights to turn your creativity into a thriving business. And that's not all. Our Fresh Ink Pavilion is the place for new and emerging authors to showcase and sell their books, right in front of passionate readers and industry pros who are ready to support your journey. Plus, meet our incredible lineup of speakers sharing your secrets to success in publishing and beyond. Don't miss out. Secure your spot today and get ready to elevate your creative career. Visit INKpreneurSummit.com to register. Let's give your creativity the success it deserves. See you in Winston-Salem.
There, I don't know what happened. Hi, everyone. Welcome back. I will be at the INKpreneur Summit in Winston-Salem, November 1st and 2nd, giving a little speech, doing a little thing, doing a little this, little meet and greet. So make sure you get your tickets. I believe, I could be wrong, but I believe that if you sign up for their social media platform, it's called the Writer's Nest, you get 10% off your tickets. So go do that, please. And I will see you in November. The newest episode of a podcast that I edit called Before You Go, which is about death and dying and making death dignified and as wonderful as it can be, because we all have no other way out of here. So why not make it the best we can? It's produced by Abode Contemplative Care for the Dying in San Antonio. They have a new episode every week. It's available on podcast platforms and YouTube. Here is the clip from this week's episode.
And then my friend Colleen, who is also a death doula, she is a costume designer and she is also very death positive. She's a death doula. She's all the things. She's fantastic. I want her to design my death shroud. So we were talking about what that might look like. And of course, it has to be fabulous. And I'm really into prints. As you probably can tell right now, I'm wearing a very bright print, but I love animal prints. So probably would have animal prints on it and maybe some sequins, something really fancy and fantastic. And of course, it would open in the back, so it'd be very easy for me to slip in and out of and make it easy for the caregivers to tend to me. But then it would also be comfortable. And you know what, Mary? I better not be wearing a bra. Don't anybody put me in a bra. I'm like a Lua on this one. No bra, or I will come and haunt you. So I just want to be very comfortable. And then I really like the idea of, I'm really picturing a boat here. I want those big French doors to open to that outside garden and just feel the breeze and hear the laughter. And maybe people are outside. Maybe my dad's there with the guitar playing. People are singing and laughing and telling stories. And I'm just surrounded by all of this mirth and merriment. And I'm able to just take my final breaths that way.
It's a beautiful podcast you should check out. It's called Before You Go. Natalie, who you just saw there, a fellow Wisconsinite living in San Antonio, doing great things at Abode. So please check that out, would you? And if you have a podcast that needs some help, let me know. Okay, so big news, big news. October 12th and 13th, if you are near Waxhaw, North Carolina, you should head over to Waxhaw to their Autumn Treasures Festival. It's October 12th and 13th. We've got a big guest coming here the 11th to talk about it, but I don't know if I didn't ask if I was allowed to show this, so I'll just flash it. Here is the main stage script and schedule for 2024. And I have this because I am emceeing the event. Oh, I should have had clapping or something, or the audience here to clap. So I will be there on the main stage, introducing all the bands, telling you where to go, what to do, what's available. It's a 2-day event, October 12th and 13th, coming up. What is that, next week? Next weekend? It's going to be a really, really fun time and very family friendly. Although there's a beer garden, there's food, there's a kids area now in the park that we're going to be talking about. So much is going on that weekend. And I'm just so happy to be a part of it. So thank you to the Waxhaw Parks and Rec Department for allowing me to do that. And if you're around, come to Waxhaw. All right, I got I love when I get things in the mail that are not bills, basically. And so I got a package here, and I believe it's from a future guest. So we're going to open it here on the show, and I'm going to show you, do a little preview of an upcoming guest who actually I got, I was referred to, she was referred to the show, whatever, through another guest, and she is from Duluth, Minnesota, which is where I used to get my school clothes growing up. So, small world. So here, what do we got in here? Her book, her brand new book, Boundaries Make Love Possible. Sarah Seidelman is the author. That's the book. There's an elephant on the back. Come on. And she's going to come on the show and talk all about this beautiful, beautiful book, written and illustrated by her. Look at that. And illustrated by her. Fabulous artist, a wonderful woman. She has a documentary that's at the Duluth Film Festival, I believe, right before she comes here. And we're going to play a clip from that, the trailer from that. Very exciting. So thank you, Sarah, for a little card. Should we open it? Let's open it. See what it says here. Hopefully nothing mean, since we're live. Let's see. Oh. This probably done, of course, art by her. Look at this, beautiful artist. Richard, I look forward to the show. Sarah, look at that. Sarah, thank you so much for that. And we'll see you soon, Sarah. I think she's coming live in 2 weeks, so that'll be really fun. And go get her book, which is available now. Tomorrow, however, we've got creative genius consultant Mandy Nicholson on the show to talk about all the things she is doing. I love it. A creative genius consultant. Everybody needs one of those. She's also a co-author of a new book that we've been talking about recently here. So she will be here live from the UK tomorrow. All right, that's it. Thank you all so much for watching, for listening, for sharing, for doing all the things you do. If you want to support the show and buy me a coffee, you go to buymeacoffee.com/makeyourdayricher. Support the show that way so we can continue to make this show amazing. Now, one more thing. I'm just going to show this now that we're live. So we're watching this dog, and her name is Sadie. And so I'm just going to get up and move the camera while we go out and show you what this dog does all day here when she's here. Okay, hold on one second. I'm just going to go do this now. Ready? Okay, don't worry about it. Here, let me grab this and then we'll end the show. But this is what this dog does all day long. Look at her.